Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode of TGI Monday. I'm super excited because obviously it's my favorite day of the week, but also because I'm going to respond to a question from one of you. On my last video, one of you asked about failure, and you said that you recently failed your law exam because of some tough situations with your family, and you're afraid that you're going to fail your next one. And you also said that you don't normally fail, so this is just the first time, and it's hard now because you're panicking and you think that it's going to happen again. So I have some tips on how you can view failure in a different way and how you can overcome this failure. In terms of viewing failure in a different way, the first thing that we should realize is that every time we fail, it's a moment to learn. We can learn what it is that made us fail the first time. If it's something that we can control, then we can make a change. If it's something that we can't control, then we need to just accept that we can't control it. You can also learn how you were able to move past it and find success after this failure. So the next time you go through something that you fail, you can look back and say, I remember that last time that I failed and I was able to overcome it and I was able to find success again. Another thing is that we often find people who are courageous and brave as very admirable people. But in order to be courageous, you also have to be okay with failing. After all, if we don't take risks, we can't get rewarded. And if we don't take risks, we'll never fail. So in order to get rewarded, we have to be willing to take risks and therefore willing to fail. And last, if we give ourselves the freedom to fail, it is such a liberating feeling because now you're giving yourself permission to try anything, and if it doesn't work, that's okay. You just try it again or you try something else. Now that we have some different ways to view failure, I want to give a few tips on how we can move forward in spite of failure. The first way we can do that is by looking at the facts. And what I mean by this is look back at your history of successes. For example, with your exams, you have never failed an exam before, so it's more likely that you won't fail the next one because you've never failed one before, and you've only failed this one because of some situation or circumstances that were beyond your control. So if we look back in history, it's more probable that you're going to pass the next one because that's what normally happens. And I often have to remind myself of this because whether it is with my modeling or with my stock trading, if I have one bad month, it could make me want to quit. But I have to remind myself, I've been doing this now for 7 or 8 years, and in all of that time, it always worked. So if I have 1 month that goes bad or 1 month that scares me, it's not enough to make me decide to quit or to be afraid of moving forward because in the last 50 months, it's always worked. The second step in moving forward is to create a mindset for success. So we can take ourselves back to a time when we were successful or when we did pass that last exam. And we can put ourselves back in that place and remind us what it felt like when we passed it, what it felt like when we studied, and take us back to those moments and repeat the steps that we remember that caused the success in the first place. And lastly, we can create an if-then plan. And this means that in case we fail, or if we fail, then I will react like this. So it's an already determined reaction. So you've already told yourself, I'm willing to fail, and then if I do, this is how I will react. I want to end this video with a quote from a person who has voiced that they're not afraid of failure, and in fact they fail many times, but still have found a great amount of success. And that is Michael Jordan. Here you go.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed.
Thank you guys, I hope you got something good from this video. If you liked it, you can subscribe below. I look forward to seeing you on Instagram and on my website. I posted some of your inspiration pictures on the website, so you can check that out. And I hope to see you next Monday.